with your host, Folasade, the accountant for entrepreneurs.
The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight.
The money zone. Together we'll achieve your goals. We're building wealth, you're not alone.
So don't delay, get your money straight.
Hey guys, look. I don't know about you guys, but I missed you guys last week. Well, it was a lot going on. Let me be really honest. These last couple of weeks, just been chaotic and crazy, but I'm just excited to be here once again with you guys on this amazing Tuesday. We got a lot going on. Y'all out here making Prince George's County looking bad, while the delegates and our community leaders and people like me are trying to make Prince George's County sound like we're the best county, especially richest black county out here. Now y'all stabbing each other on, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So guys, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I'm excited to be here. We have an amazing night tonight. Like, the topics are like so on fire. First of all, topic number one, we're talking about stop starting businesses without wise counsel. Stop starting businesses without wise counsel. Many of you are starting businesses without help and you're failing right now. Okay, so that's one thing we're talking about, right? And then we're talking about my man Tillman. Okay, he said shut up and just listen. So that's segment 2. All you entrepreneurs need to just shut up and just listen. So if you're not following me on all things social media, please go to and find me on every social media, Folasade, Folasade, the accountant. And then also head over there to iTunes, Spotify, and all of those amazing places. And go ahead and get me that 5 stars if you've been tuning in. And do me one favor, share the Money Zone with one friend or one family member. You know why? Because we help you get your money in order. We talk about the hottest topics on the block, and you will never find a down-to-earth real business radio show, live radio show, and then we turn it into a podcast that you can tune in and not be confused by the technical terms and everything that's involved with building a business and knowing things about your money. So do me one favor, while we take a quick break, go ahead on and share the video, but better yet, be prepared to call in 301-232-5700. Guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. guys, me and Trump over here talking about y'all making us look real bad over here. They already say black folks love chicken, and you know most of us do, right? But come on, and not to the point we're gonna kill each other and rob the pies and snatch purses in the in the parking lot. No, they didn't say all of that. That was just me, right? But we're not gonna do all of that. So let's come correct. But we probably gonna talk about that a little bit later. So segment 1, guys. Look, stop starting businesses without wise counsel, okay? First of all, the Bible says, Proverbs what? See, I can't even. Okay, Proverbs 12:15 said, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man's listen to advice. So, how many of you that are entrepreneurs that's listening to the Money Zone right now, or a friend that just said, you know what, I'm just going to start a business. I'm just going to become an entrepreneur. Okay, great. If it was that easy to turn $0 to millions, everybody would be rich. Let's really be honest. But what I'm finding is that other races go and consult with accountants. Other races go and get advice. Other races seek wise counsel. But it's just very common for the African American community to just jump up with these bright ideas and start businesses without seeking wise counsel. And honestly, from the accountant standpoint, it is killing us. It is killing us. Over the past couple of days, me and my team have seen businesses start up. Right? First of all, they call me, Folasade, I need you to file my taxes. I'm like, okay, great. All right, I'll file your taxes. They don't even know how their business is structured. So first of all, if you were starting your business off on the right foot and hired me or another accounting professional or attorney, the moment you have gotten your EIN or registered your business, you would know whether or not you are an LLC, or if you are a partnership, or if you are S Corp, or if you are a corporation. But businesses that's starting, entrepreneurs that's starting businesses without wise counsel don't even know the basics. And it's costing you guys thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Prime example today. I just had to quote a client over $2,700 for tax fees because guess what? 2017 tax returns were done incorrectly. They filed the business as a Schedule C, saying that they're a single member LLC, when in all actuality, guess what? The business was a partnership. No, we got to call in? Oh, we got to call in. Hey, caller.
Hello? Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
And who am I speaking with?
Who am I speaking with? You calling the Money Zone.
This the Money Zone?
Yep.
I'm trying to get some money there. Tell me how to get it.
What's your question, sir?
My question is, how do I get some money?
Hey, start a business. Start a business.
What kind of business do you suggest I start?
Well, it's up to you. First of all, you need to know what your passion is. What you like to do. What are you good at?
Man, I ain't good at too much of nothing but talking trash.
Who am I speaking at? What's your name, caller?
This is Mr. Unregulated.
Who?
Mr. Unregulated.
Mr. Unregulated. Okay. Well, do you have a question for us, or you want me to keep going and then you might have a question?
Yeah, keep going and I may have a question. I just wanted to call in and mess with y'all, that's all.
Oh, no. Thank you for calling in, caller.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Yeah, you too, sir. So what I'm finding is many African-American small businesses are starting the businesses without wise counsel, and it's digging in your pockets, okay? So first things first, you want to seek wise counsel so you can know how your business is structured, and you want to structure the business that meets you. A lot of you are setting up LLCs and don't even understand why you are an LLC or what the benefits are being of an LLC, right? A lot of you are now saying, okay, well, I'm going to be a corporation, or I need to be an S Corp, not even understanding that as an S Corp, you need to be on W-2 and you need to be doing certain things and, having meetings of the minutes and just doing so many business related activities. But what I'm finding is that starting a business just seems so trendy and so cool right now that it's popular. I remember back in the day, what was real popular? What was one of the trends? Okay, so let's say the iPhone. Now since Samsung is really doing good with their technology now, it doesn't matter what type of phone you really have. But at one point in time, the iPhones were very trendy. So people will rob you, kill you, just like the Jordans was, and kind of still are very trendy. This entrepreneurship stuff, this startup business stuff is becoming very trendy, like the newest Chanel bag. But the difference about that Chanel bag, it may cost you one time $2,500. But if you do not seek wise counsel, your business can cost you your retirement. Your business can cost you your life savings. Your business can cost you to lose your marriage, your house, everything, your job, the works. And that's what I'm finding. I'm finding that Black small business owners are not seeking wise counsel, popping up on Instagram, talking about, I'm a business owner. What's next? What's next is that you should have got on a call and called me in the office, 202-618-1297. We can help you in the office. But the problem is this: you have to learn to help yourself. One thing the university and college taught me, and so many people are against going to college, it taught me to be resourceful. And as an entrepreneur, you have to be extremely resourceful. But guess what? Because a lot of you are skipping steps, you're not getting it. So Trump, can you go ahead on over to the article with Entrepreneur Mag where they say if you can? So we're about to pull up an article from Entrepreneur Mag that says 7 reasons why, if you are a business, you should seek a mentor. You should seek a mentor. It is no reason why each one of you that is starting a business shouldn't have a mentor. And you want to have a mentor for multiple reasons. One, to shorten your learning curve. I will be a multimillionaire right now if I would have known that, hey, Folasade, go and find a successful accountant that you want to model their business right around and learn from them. But guess what? Because I'm Black and young, I didn't find nobody that was willing to mentor me. Because guess what? They didn't even fit the bill of the type of business that I want. But many of you have the access to things that I didn't have 8 years ago when I started my business. I didn't have all of this Google, all of the content that you guys have out there. We didn't have Stop Trump. Did you have all this? No. You old too, 10 years in, right? Yeah. Look, another thing, you're going to gain experience that you cannot read in the books, okay? When you seek a real mentor, they're going to tell you different strategies and negotiation tactics. They're going to also, guess what, refer you to people that they know of as well. And you may come around so many networking opportunities that you will become successful quicker than what I ever did, okay? Another thing, it prevents you from making the same mistakes that they made. Okay, so the SBA says in this article, 30% of new businesses may not survive past the first 24 months, and 50% of those may not make it past 5 years. So this is that statistic. Why they say 50% of all businesses fail, 90% of all Black businesses fail, because you're not seeking wise counsel. You want to get that mentor. You want to, and sometimes you want to pay. You got to pay to play. Stop being afraid to pay to play. Pay to play. It's going to save you so much money in the long haul. And then last but not least, that mentor, because they've already been on your entrepreneur journey, because they already know what it takes, they can be your cheerleader on the sideline. How many of you right now feel like building your business is just so hard and you don't have no support? Oh my gosh, my family don't support me. Oh my gosh, my husband, my girlfriend, nobody supports me. Wah. Okay? It's not their job to support you in an endeavor that may make them lose everything. Okay? But a person that have already conquered entrepreneurship, they will be your cheerleader on the sideline. They will give you the encouragement and the positive reinforcement that you need. But many of you have not sought your mentor yet. So my advice, while you're listening to the Money Zone, go and find you a mentor. Stop trying to do this business stuff alone. Go and hire a mentor. And if you can't hire a mentor, right, go and hire a coach. And if you can't hire a coach, hire me as your accountant. That's the closest thing you're going to get between the two. Because in addition to me knowing how to coach you, knowing how to mentor you, I'm in the trenches just like you. I've been in the trenches and I've built my business. Okay. And I know what it takes, and I can be your cheerleader. I can guide you. I can advise you. But most importantly, guess what? Protect your business from failing, because you won't make the same mistakes that I have made. But many of you don't even know that. So number 2, stop starting businesses if you don't have the grit and the perseverance to continue on. You guys hear this 7 streams of income nonsense and you think it's correct. It's not right. What they mean by 7 streams of income is that once you get business number 1 rolling, you should have made enough money from business number 1 to now invest into business number 2. But many of you are starting business number 2, 3, 4, 5, and you broke, right? Because business number 1 was never profitable and you never created a proven concept. Business requires a proven concept. Business does not require for you to just start up and close down. Start up and close down because times got hard. I fully believe, and if you tuned in to when I had Pastor Amos on the show, I believe that entrepreneurship brings you closer to who you really are. It takes away the humility. It wipes out the ego. It makes you seek wise counsel. It humbles you. You need God by your side. So if you're really trying to do this business thing, right, I advise you to ask yourself, are you made for this? Are you willing to have sleepless nights for the next 15 days straight, maybe? Are you able to not see your kids for 1 or 2 days? Are you not able to be with your girlfriends every weekend? Because I can't even remember the last time that I partied. And if my girlfriend watching the show, she's trying to get me to come out this weekend, and I might be forced to come out, okay? Because I may have to give in, okay? You know, you got to kind of balance some stuff out, right? But outside of that, I'm not going to the club and be tired on Sunday and I know I got to prepare for the week. No. My weeks is my fun. Building my business is my fun right now. Until you guys see me rolling around in my Bentley or whatever, right? And I'm doing my toy drive. You're gonna know Folasade, she's still not where she wanna be at. So I gotta still continue to persevere and work hard like I'm broke. And that's what business building requires. So give me a call, 301-232-5700. How do you feel about starting business? Have your business failed because you didn't know what it takes? And I'm going to be honest with y'all, truth be told, if somebody ever told me what it really took, right? Because I know who I am, I would still do it, but many of you wouldn't. If I even told you guys what my life looked like and the struggle that I went through, okay, and the pains of hiring, maintaining staff and business building and being shut down and ridiculed and all of that, you guys may not even be able to if you can't deal with your husband talking about you, your family dissing you, then business is not for you. If you cannot, get thrown, spit in the face and don't fight the person, now, this is for my black folks now. If you cannot get spit in the face and not swing back and make sure your reflex up, you ain't for entrepreneurship. Let me tell you why. Because there's a lot of stuff that we can't ever say to our clients and to our staff. Like, we the most loneliest people, but not like lonely in the sense of don't have friends, miserable, but lonely to the point where we can't really, we gotta be humble. We gotta keep certain stuff to ourselves. If my husband knew half of the stuff I've been through these past 8 years, he would have been like, Shade, I don't understand. How are you able to get out of all of this? Oh, okay. Oh, he wouldn't understand. But it's not meant for them to know all the struggles and all the challenges and everything that we go through. It's not meant. This is why entrepreneurship is not made for the faint in heart. So Proverbs 11:14 said, where there is no guidance, people fall. But in an abundance of counselors, There is safety. So they're basically saying that there's a safety net involved around you having your mentors, your coaches, and your wise counsel. And when you're out there lurking by yourself with no guidance, no support, right? You out there, you're going to fail. Think about the little kid or the teenager that lost their parent at a young age. That was kind of me, yo. My mother didn't die when I was 16, but I became her guardian when I was 16. So in all actuality, I had to sign on my mother papers. Okay, I provided for her shelter, food at 16. I became my mom's guardian. She was no longer my guardian. And if I didn't have my sister and a vision of what my life looked like and some form of discipline and structure, some morals, I would have been out there lurking like many of my girlfriends that moms were crackheads and stuff. Most of my girlfriends are now out there in the street lurking because their moms was crackheads. They never had that wise counsel. So think about it. Why act like your mother's a crackhead when all you got to do is go get a mentor? Let's be and get the right guidance so you won't be out there lurking and waiting for the next big thing and making poor decisions in your business. How many of you right now know that you would be much more successful if you would have just picked up the phone or emailed somebody or paid to play? Every person that I have ever mentored with, they didn't mentor me for free. I paid them thousands. If it was a sales coach, I paid them thousands. My marketing coach, thousands. My branding coach, thousands. And I did that because now I can look back at the guidance and at the advice and everything that they gave me, and it's preventing me from making poor decisions now. I have clients that if they would have hired me a year ago, they still would have about 40 G's in their bank account. But because they didn't have wise counsel, they didn't know what type of investments that they needed. They didn't know that they didn't need to buy that much inventory. They didn't know that they shouldn't do this. They didn't know. So give me a call, 301-232-5700. Are you willing to seek wise counsel or hire your mentor or hire your next coach so you can be successful? Are you willing to do what's required to live the life that you dream of? Remember, because you trying to live out your passion, that is a blessing. That is the exception. That is not the rule. It's not guaranteed for us to all be filled with abundance and be happy every day. That's extra stuff. Like God wants us to, but there comes a point where you have to sacrifice for it. Are you willing to sacrifice and learn and pay to play to build a successful business? So guys, give me a call, 301-232-5700. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Look, if you do not know, and I'm just finding out some of the stuff, don't look at me funny now. We on Amazon. We on Roku. Go and find the Rip Radio Network app, guys. We are almost on every major platform out there. Like, the list is massive. So I'm gonna try to have my team create something so you guys, if you're like at home and you want to just, listen to me or watch the Money Zone or catch up on some of our past videos, then you can go right on to Amazon. You already got the Fire Stick. Just go. If you got the Roku, it's already there. If you're a podcast person, it's there. We are on every major platform. The show is syndicated, guys. So tune in. And don't forget, 5-star rating. And look, if you're just tuning in, you missed out on segment 1. I'm telling you guys, stop starting business without wise counsel. I would be a multi-millionaire tenfold if I had the right counsel. And I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I made. Go and find somebody that you enjoy their lifestyle and you want the type of business that they have, and ask them, hey, can you mentor me? They might tell you to pay them, but to be honest with you, between me and you want to pay them. You don't want nobody to give anything to you for free. You don't want no handouts, because guess what? They say, oh yeah, I did that for Folasade. I put her on. Nah, you didn't. Folasade paid you 5 G's. Then you put me on. That's a whole nother story, right? And then so when I told Bryn, my daughter, my 7-year-old, that was one of her lessons last week. I said, Bryn, you don't want anything given. You want to earn it. This is why people tell you to go get your degrees, because they can never take your degree from you. You earned that. This is why they say you want to build your business from the ground up and work hard on your own, because you did that. Nobody can say that they turned your business to $1 million company. Nobody can say that they turned your business to 6 figures. Only you can, because guess what? You did the work. So let's go ahead and think about that motto. Like I told Brent, our motto is we don't really want nothing given. We want to earn it. So this is why when people trying to give me stuff, I be like, nah, boo. Hey, take this coin. Take this. Or nah, I'm trying to give them something back in return as well. But sometimes another lesson, you have to accept the blessing too. Because not everybody going to throw something in your face, but you have to know when to accept a blessing and when to go and earn that blessing, okay? So segment 2. I don't even know if you guys heard about him. And I used to always talk about him and Marcus Lemonis. But, Marcus Lemonis, power to you, Mark. I love you, right? But Tillman, he put a whole other swag on this business stuff. So Tillman Ferretti came out with the new book called Shut Up and Listen, right? It's on everything. Oh, yes. You be killing it, Trump. Tillman came out with this with his book called Shut Up and Listen. And if you don't know, he actually was on Billionaire Buyer on CNBC. And anytime there's a business book, I got to tell you guys to go ahead on and grab it. And this is one of those books that if you are a live by, die by entrepreneur, you need to go and get this book. And you need to shut up and you need to listen. You need to sit down and you need to go ahead on and listen to them. So Trump, can you go ahead and then play the video right there on YouTube? And guys, just listen to what this man say really quick. Just listen.
So we now live in a world, I'm in the middle of it, social media, everybody's becoming an entrepreneur, which in many ways is good. And people want to think big. They believe in the secret and all these big picture things like I'm going to succeed. But when I read your book, there's 2 things that stand out. One is know your numbers, meaning you got to have technical skill. You have to pay attention to the business. In your experience, you had a TV show, you've seen so many business owners. What percentage of business owners know their number?
None. No, really. A lot. All your successful ones, and the unsuccessful ones don't know their numbers. And I don't care how good your product is, if you don't know your numbers, and I can talk to somebody for a minute and a half and start quizzing you about your business, and I can know real quick, how much is your receivables, what's your payables, what is your cost of sales, what is your labor cost, and if they don't know those numbers, they're going to go out of business unless they just happen to have a product that is just flying off the shelf everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you have to know your numbers to be successful.
What do you think? Right now, so all this in the news about big businesses, Uber, WeWork now is in the news. Do you think some of the issues they have is just not having enough common sense with the numbers? Like these companies are
No,
growing?
I think that Wall Street finally said, you know what? Just because you're a technology company and all you have is revenue and you don't have any profits, okay, we're sick of it. We're sick of all the dreams and you're just going out and buying revenue but not worrying about a bottom line.
Right.
And for me, because I was public for 17 years, I took the company public when I owned 100%. I took it private owning 100%. But at some point, I think Wall Street just smartened up and said, wait, anybody can create revenue. I could start right now, because I understand business, and go grow my company from 4 billion to 10 billion, you know, in 24 months. But
Really?
I have to worry about the profits along the way.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
so you're saying the artificial growth.
It was
can
just
happen.
artificial.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I can grow anything. But Wall Street was allowing these companies not to make money for years and years and years. And finally, they said, "Wait, time out here.
Yeah.
We want to see some earnings."
Yeah. Yeah, so do you think, the other thing that I was reading an article, it was not your book, but it was a recent interview where you were talking about, goes along with this, about it's been 10.
Look, guys, so I don't know if you've been listening to me for years, but I've been an avid live streamer, online influencer for years now. And I've always said, know your numbers. Like, I feel like, Tillman, did you come over here and, like, I know you're more successful than me, though, right? But Tillman, it seemed like he was just taking the words verbatim out of my mouth. How many of you right now that are entrepreneurs, you don't even have your bookkeeping in order? Tillman just said, if you don't know your numbers, you're going to fail, regardless. And that's exactly what's happening. Like, my new accounting assistant in the office, she's just absolutely amazed because, one, she's been watching me build my business, you know, on the outside, right? And now she's inside and she see, you know, what I endure every day and, you know, the clients that we work with every day. And she was like, Folasade, now I see why you just, you do things and you say what you say online and you do what you do online and you have no cutthroat. You're there. I'm going to be blunt and honest about it. The reason being is because many of you think that you can build this business without accounting, and it's not possible. You have to know the numbers. You have to know the ins and outs. You have to know everything. And prime example, one client of ours, and it's sad, and I don't get anything off telling you guys this. I'm telling you all for this for real world experiences. This is why when my team start following me behind the scenes starting next week, you're going to see a lot of the stuff that I endure and I deal with on a daily basis. So in 2017, I knew something wasn't right with one of my clients' numbers. And I said, hey, pay me my hourly rate. Let me go and review your financials. Let me go and calculate your numbers so you can know whether or not you're profitable in your jobs, so you can know how to negotiate, so you can know what your revenue, your break-even points, you know, just all of the core numbers that many of you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? The client ended up getting at that time, the client didn't say nothing. They disappeared for about 8 months. So come fast forward 2018 tax season, okay? I look at the financial statements again. The business is once again failing. I told the client, I say, hey, I'm extremely worried now. I offered you to work with me before. Please, I'll even give you a discount on my hourly rate. Let me go ahead on and do the numbers for you. This client ended up getting a $13,000 tax refund back and declined me doing his consultation at $150 an hour. So I would have only charged him about 2 hours, $300 for me to go in and give him all the important numbers that he needs so he can negotiate effectively, so he can know whether or not he's profitable, everything that he needed to dominate and build a successful business. Guess what? The client said, me and my wife got to decline the consult. I said, okay. I said, but why? Well, we don't feel as though we need that right now. And I'm about to go on vacation with your $13,000 tax refund. When I tell you guys, I literally almost cried. And I didn't cry because I was missing out on nothing. No, that's Trump change. Not to sound like that, but no, I wasn't crying about the money. I was crying because I knew his business was failing. So now that was 2018. Where were we in there, y'all? 2019? Fast forward till today. Ask my staff, call my office, ask them. They know. Look, my man Kevin Gates, I got the people to vouch. I don't even need nobody out here to be. Look, I got all the receipts to vouch. My income vouch. My house vouch. Everything I say, I can vouch. My staff can vouch. Like all that. We good, right? I just want to bring up Kevin Gates. I know I like Kevin. Okay, so the client called us today and was like, Folasade, do you have any other resort to help me save my house? The business was lost 8 months ago. And now the house is being taken away now. And the only reason why this is happening is simply because the client didn't know his numbers. If he knew his numbers, he would have known that the prices of his proposals were too low. His cost per project was too high. He didn't have enough projects operating at the same time to bring in enough revenue to cover his expenses. And the list goes on and on and on. And that's just one client. I have about 35 to about 100 stories just like that, of people saying they don't need my help. They don't need their accounting. They don't need to know their numbers. They just need to keep floating around and ripping and winging their businesses. But that's not business. According to the School of Wharton, accounting is the language of business, not you. Not your product, not your service, none of that is the language of business. Accounting is the language of business. That's how we converse. That's how we talk about business. Hey, are you profitable? Accounting term. Did you bring in revenue? Accounting term. What's your cost? Accounting term. How much did you make? Accounting term. But many African American based businesses do not understand the importance of knowing your numbers. So I would like for you guys to just shut up for one goddamn day and just listen to me. Go back and listen to some of my content. Go and read this book. Tell Tillman I sent you. Because Folasade been talking about knowing your numbers for 5 years and nobody ever said it but this man. Nobody ever said that as a business person, you must know your numbers besides me. Now, Marcus Lemonis has said it, but he didn't say it like this. Tillman said it's a must unless you want to fail. And he also said, well, if you got a hot product, then you good, right? But then in all actuality, you're still going to be losing on in terms of numbers. Because guess what? You may not be as profitable as you could be. Or you may have too much cost that's going to drain you. So even that business that's hot, this is why I'm hot, right? You still need your accounting because you need to protect your costs. You need to make sure your revenue and your sales prices is where it's supposed to be. But guess what? You guys don't understand that once again, accounting is the language of business. Okay, so if you did not know, Tillman have a few core things. And let me tell you why you need to go and pick up this book. And, you know, I'm not getting paid to put this on, Tillman. If you want to come and, you know, talk on the Money Zone, we'll love to have you because our people, my community needs you, okay? We need to hear from a billionaire, okay? So he's worth about $4 billion in revenue, okay? He's the owner of all of the hot spots that y'all like. And he just bought, dang, I just went to the restaurant too. Oh, right downtown where the Gucci at. I can't even think about the name. Right downtown with a Gucci, Louis Vuitton, everything. He just bought that place. Well, he's about to buy it right now. But guess what? He owns Landry Seafood, Morton Steakhouse. Come on now, Maestro's, the Chart House. Come on now. How many black people you know? I'm going to the Chart House, right? Come on now. Everybody. I'm going to Morton's. I'm going, yes. He also owns the Golden Nuggets, and he also is the sole owner, no partner of the Houston Rockets, okay? So when I tell you, if Tillman say, you must know your numbers, he vouching what Folasade been telling you guys for years, because I've seen businesses failing, and I've touched them, and I've tried to protect them from failing, but because you guys think you know it all, and he's telling you to shut and listen, okay? It's time for you guys to shut up and listen. He say, why should entrepreneurs read his book? Okay? Because, no, he say this. He say, when entrepreneurs, because he owned remember he was the creator of the Billionaire Buyer, right, on CNBC, right? He said the biggest obstacles entrepreneurs face is the ones that they don't suspect. And the reason why they don't suspect is because they don't know their numbers. Because not knowing your numbers, not knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, or not being willing to go that extra mile with your customers is the reason why many of you are in the many obstacles that you're in right now in your business. Tillman also said that he knows that you aren't paying attention to those many intricate details. You worried about the likes on Instagram. You worried about the shares on Instagram. But you're not paying attention to the algorithms. You're not paying attention to the consistency and the patterns in your customers buying. Okay? So like, for example, with me, I always go through a tough time in my business between August, September, and October. And in November, we bounce back like Scotty, right? And the reason being is because back to school. And also, guess what? People do their last vacations. So they ditch my fees and be like, well, I'm going to Hawaii. Ooh, right? They don't pay my fees. They just do everything, become very reckless, right? And ditch out on my fees and then come back owing me 2-3 months, pay it, and be cool and okay. But I already know my hard time. So guess what? I know what to do at that time. I always tell my team, hey, I might be slow paying a little bit. Hey, even my contractors, I also tell them, hey, I might be a little late. But guess what? November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, I'm winning, you know. But me knowing my numbers is what gives me that opportunity to know when it's my winning season and when it's my slow season, guys. So I'm going to go ahead on and just give you a few of his Tillman-isms, right? First key, he says, be the bull, right? Go ham, dominate, do what's required, persevere, kill it, right? Then he also said there's no spare customers. Like, you want to keep your customers as tightly knit as possible. You want to satisfy them because to be all actuality, you know, why you want to have a spare client? Like, you want to build. This is why you want to have a high retention rate. It's easier to keep a client and it's cheaper to keep a client than to keep acquiring a client. The cost of acquisition, okay, is higher than the cost of retention. But if you guys knew your numbers, you would know how much it costs you to market. You would know how much it costs you to be in people's face and to bring more clients in. When in all actuality, after the client comes to you one time, it's all kind of profit after that because you already paid to play. All right? Another thing, he said, change. You have to also always be developing, redeveloping yourself and recreating yourself. That's like what we're doing right now. Like, guys, I went through a whole lifestyle change over this past month. Like, I let go all my little bad habits. If you ain't with me, you ain't with me. I don't, man, like, when I tell you whole change, guys, when you read my personal book, you know, my memoir, then you'll know about all the personal changes that I went through, even in my marriage, everything. Me and Papa reading the Bible and stuff. Like, we just did our little Bible reading this morning, holding hands like a little gump joint, right? But that's required when you want full abundance, right? Change. And then number 4, he said, know your numbers. Know your numbers. Know them. The ins and outs. What's your revenue? What's your cost? What's your break even? What's this? What's that? I know it all. And I try to impose that on my clients, but it's kind of hard. And then last but not least, follow the 95 and 5 rule. But I'm not going to tell you what that rule is. Go and get the book and tell them on the chat, Folasade, the accountant sent me. Folasade from the Money Zone sent me. Folasade sent me. Because every entrepreneur, I advise you all to read this book. And guys, we kind of running over, so we're gonna go right into segment 3 real quick to some of our hot topics. And you know what's so funny? It didn't even upload, so this kind of cool too. So we work. Okay, so first of all, guys, stop getting excited when everybody say, oh, I was able to raise money. I was able to raise $50 million in seed money. Seed A, seed B, seed D, C, and B. What that mean? That means, guess what? You're not bringing enough revenue to cover your expenditures. You're not bringing enough revenue in to cover all your bright ideas. So we work, man. I'm sorry to say this, we work, but you're not doing well. And I already knew that will be the case. The reason being is because instead of you focusing on how to make your product fit in different communities at a very cost-effective price, right? And also turn a profit, you were so focusing on your next come up. When are you going to get your next dollar? Who's going to be our next funder? Who's going to be our next investor, right? Instead of really figuring out how to turn this business and to make it profitable. So we work is just like many of you entrepreneurs. Y'all are hoping and praying somebody come and invest into your bright idea. But what you don't understand is that they own a portion of your business. So right now, I own 100% of my business. Now, I'm going to give my team that rocks it out with me. So my accounting assistant in the office, Leo, my accounting department, my core 15 staff that I have right now, they will get between 20% of my equity in my business. But that's by choice. And they're not even getting equity. They're getting profit sharing. And that's my choice. Because guess what? They roll with me. They die by, live by Folasade, right? They man, when I pay payments late, they don't even worry, you know? And that's why I'm giving them profit sharing 1%, 2%, 3%, but I don't owe nobody nothing. Nothing. I don't owe no bank, nothing. And that's how you guys want to be that. But that's not what's happening with WeWork. WeWork owe everybody billions. So before they can even make a profit, before the equity come in and be dispersed between employees and everything else, they got to pay their people that invested into their companies. And I don't really want you guys out here to think that that's really the way to really build a business. You get your first little initial investment, right? Maybe 5% equity, 10% equity, 20% equity, right? And you take that and you turn that business into a profitable business. Don't go like WeWork and constantly have to survive of acquiring more debt or selling out more equity, because that's what they did. So now they owe Wall Street. Now they probably owe you and everybody else. And that's not business building, guys. Business building is creating a product, a proven concept that can derive revenue and have a profit. And you can increase your bottom line year over year. And that's what I do here. I help my clients create proven concepts to now create and return and increase their bottom line year after year. So guys, that was the motherfucking Money Zone on RIP Radio Network. And let me tell you something. If you don't curse as an entrepreneur, you might start cursing, because this lifestyle is hard. It's not for the faint of heart. So if you're not following me on all things social media, go and follow me, Folasade the Accountant. Also, go and find us on Spotify, Amazon, Roku, iTunes, Spreaker, every place that there's a podcast, every place that you know your favorites at, I'm there too. RIP Radio's there too. Come and tune in. But don't forget, do me one favor. Tell a friend that the Money Zone will be here each and every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you learned a little bit. And you had a little bit of fun, because you know you did. You had a little bit of fun too, learning about business. But better yet, understand this. Your life that you want is so close, but you have to be willing to do what everybody isn't. So guys, I'll see you all next week. Have a good night.